Welcome to Take It from the Iron Woman. My name is Susanne Mueller, your host and the Iron Woman. This podcast is about empowering yourself and others to make real changes in the world. You will hear from everyday, smart, sophisticated, hip people like you and me. Not everybody has to be an Iron Woman to impress the world. Together, we will learn from the sports and business leaders how you can become a more successful person as an entrepreneur or a leader. It's one step at a time, one day at a time. Take your steps now. Take your big steps now. Join me on this journey to success. Take it from the Iron Woman. At the moment, we have more than 200 episodes. How did that come? I started my journey in August of 2019. 1 episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes. Soon we had 10, 20, and now we have 200. As I say, it's one step at a time, one day at a time. I've been very excited and fortunate to interview many great people that I've known or people who have been sent to me. Today I would like to talk about listening. Since I've started my podcast journey, it feels like I'm listening much closer to anybody who's speaking. When I hear people always say, you know. These are filler words. These are the words we have to edit out. It takes a long time. Be mindful of what you're saying. But initially, we also want to hear what you're saying. So it's about listening much more carefully. I have this go-to book. It's called What Would Buddha Do at Work? It's 101 answers to workplace dilemmas. This can also be related and transferred to podcasting. One chapter is, what would Buddha say about listening? The unlistening one grows like a bull. His muscles swell, but not his brain or wisdom. God gave us 2 ears and only 1 mouth. We should use them in that proportion. Many successful leaders repeat this, and their successes testifies to the truth of the saying. The single most underdeveloped and underutilized skills in organizations of all types and all sizes is the skill of listening. It is amazing how much you can learn, how smart you can become simply by listening. Buddha tells us that we don't become wise by talking, we become wise by listening. Do you think Buddha spent his years leading to enlightenment talking or listening? Listening individually, you can learn from others. Listening in groups, when the whole group listens attentively, we can even learn more. For example, in Native American-based council practices, where participants commit to always listen as others speak and thus cannot pre-think their own words, we learn about others, we learn about ourselves, and we learn who we are together as a group. Real listening frees us to learn in these new ways. Remarkable, isn't it? Now, how are you deeply listening? There's a few concepts. I like when we use the word download compared to listening. Downloading means when you're on the phone, on the computer, and multitasking, and maybe even the TV is on, and somebody's talking to you, and you say, I'm listening. Actually, you're not really listening. That's called downloading. There is another concept of level 1 listening, when you're listening, but actually you're interrupting others. When somebody's telling a story, a few years ago, when I went to Paris, I went to the Eiffel Tower, and you interrupt and you say, yeah, I've been to Eiffel Tower too, and this was really great. You are not listening. I'm sorry, you're not listening. Level 2 is what we want to achieve. When the person says, a few years ago, I went to Paris, I went to the Eiffel Tower, I went to the Louvre Museum, and your answer is, sounds interesting. Tell me more. This is when you're really listening. This is what we want to do. Listen carefully. It's not about you. And there's another concept of listening level 3. Picture yourself in a very busy place. I always think in an airport, you hear 7,000 voices and the loudspeaker and everything. And what do you hear? What do you hear? You're listening. In a way, we feel the listening. You listen much deeper, but make sure you're listening on a deeper level. It's the same when you are in nature. What voices do you hear? What voices do you hear? The birds, other animals, maybe the water, even the trees, the leaves. This is really listening. And how can we invite or engage in more listening? It's actually asking very good questions. And these are the open-ended questions. When you want to hear more, you can ask a question like, what's your idea? And then stop. What's your idea? I like to hear. Give me more. See how we're listening? We're asking the question, but we're not adding anything. And I like the question, what don't we know? Isn't that something magical? What don't you know? What don't I know? I am admitting I don't know many things. I'm very curious about many things. And I keep going, interviewing many more cool people who have a cool story to share with the world. And if I don't interview them, if I don't listen to their stories, we wouldn't know. So it's about listening to them, listening carefully, and getting the coolest stories out of cool people. I'm very thankful to have everybody on this journey with me. And I want to know, how are you listening? What is your idea? Where is this idea taking us? What intrigues you about this idea? How can we broaden our perspectives together? How can we build on this? So many more questions. I'm listening. I'm listening. Thank you so much for your support. Take it from the Iron Woman. We have episodes every Monday, every Wednesday. Chime in, listen carefully on your preferred platform. There's something for everybody. More than 200 episodes. You will find something that is of interest to you. Thank you for your support. And remember, Take It From the Iron Woman actually started out as a book. Take It From the Iron Woman, Global Business Coaching with Sports Parallels. Follow my journey from Switzerland to New York to Kilimanjaro and more. Listen carefully. What do you hear? See you soon. Bye-bye.